nisipul florilor de aur, soarele ne-a întins cum de laur, fata mea de tânăre și șoapte, fata mea cu păr de miază noapte.
Romanians at the 1st of March have this very cool holiday called Mărțișor. As you can see, I'm wearing one. At its origin, it has several myths. One of them is from Moldavia, and it states that the spring was walking around the forest, and she found the snowdrop. You know, the flower. Anyway, the snowdrop was in a bush full of thorns, so the spring decided to free the flower. She started to dig around it with the snow and the thorns and everything, but the winter saw this, and she froze the flower. But the spring didn't like this, and she decided to protect the flower with her hands around it. While she was doing this, she scratched herself in one of the thorns of the bush, and her blood on the snow certifies these colors. Also, they can mean that the red is from the sun and the fire of the sun that melts the white from the snow. Or the red could be the woman and the white the man. Anyway, you're supposed to wear this mărțișoare until the spring comes, so the cuckoo sings and the sun is shining and the flowers are blooming. The guys have to bring these mărțișoare to girls, stuff like this or like this, you know, and you have to wear them. And basically this is it, but it's pretty fun, you know? It started from the countryside and now it's here. Now, after this brief history lesson, let's get back to our show. Our first minion is the nomad. We've talked about this before. This is our national car, Dacia. But what do you do when your wife gets you out of the house, you have no sofa to sleep on, and you have no friends to go to? Actually, that's kinda sad. Anyway, you could arrange yourself a place like this. I know that a man's best friend is his car besides his dog, but putting a cooking stove and some bed sheets in your car? Don't you think you're overdoing it a little? No passenger seat or friend because it's taken by the soup. I would say I love this guy's imagination, but he's a Romanian and we do this kind of stuff on a regular basis, so it's kinda normal. You know that in order to get from the continent to Great Britain you have to put your car on a ferry that goes on the water and stuff like this. Still, knowing this doesn't explain this picture. You know, usually you ride the horse and drive the car, not drive the horse. I don't think this picture is photoshopped, that's pretty clear. First of all, how did the horse fit in the back seat? Was it folded and backed up? I mean, I've seen dogs like this before, but not horses. Or maybe he cut the horse's head and stick it on the window so he could have a badass car. No, I don't think that's it. Well, I guess this is just random. The website Friends of Irony. I don't know if you know it or something, but it's full of irony. Anyway, here you have a Romanian irony. Okay, so let me explain. This is how 19% of the blocks in Bucharest look. Because they were built in the communist era, when they broke down all the beautiful houses from the interbelic Bucharest and built it blocks so people could live in it. And Ceausescu could have his view. Yeah, I know what you think. That was kinda nuts. Well, that's why he got shot. And now because it's a beautiful era, 20 years after, we started building another kind of blocks that are more beautiful. And they are advertising it by this big poster that says the life on the block isn't what it used to be. And they put it on the old block. Oh, the irony. You know, it's like life on the block isn't what it used to be and this is how it used to be. Free advertising by the surroundings. So a very known business, but I don't think it's so legal, it's gathering old metal. It's both at the city and at the countryside, usually practiced by the gypsies, but you never know. And they come around houses yelling that they gather metal, and they usually come with a cart or with a truck and they gather people's old metal, like sinks. And after that they say to the old metal cemetery and they get money. Onto this funny clip, we see that they have found a fortune. This car, well, I think it's half a car or something, and they are trying to push it in their truck. Now, a lot of people are involved in this process. Few are pushing with their strength and their physics. A lot of them are cheerleaders and they encourage them.
Hai, dai qui acolo.
Anyway, they're trying to get it in the truck and push a little, and as they are almost getting into the truck, they fail. Okay, so I have a pretty cool picture to show you. I found it randomly on Wikipedia. Okay, so this map of Europe shows by the density of the color in it, the density of the belief in God of the people that live in random places. And as you can see, at Romania we have the biggest density of the map. We are the dark blue there. It's a known fact that Romanians believe very much in God and stuff like this, but proving it by a graph and by statistics was 3 times awesome. You know that when Pope came here, he decided to call Romania the Garden of the Saint Mary. Was that with no reason? I don't know, but I think this picture was pretty cool and it made my day when I found it. Well, those churches and monasteries all around the country couldn't be for nothing, right? Okay, so last but not least, our beautiful video of today, it's about the interbellic Romania. Okay, so the pictures in the video are in black and white and the text on the top is very bad edited. But you should really watch it because it shows a period of blooming in art, culture, literature and everything in Romania. So I'll put it up here and in the sidebar so you can watch it. Okay guys, this was all for this week. See you next week.